wasn't even going to record these because there's really not much artsy craftsy like awesomeness to these, but I need to get a couple days done. And so I thought I'd record them and just chit chat with you guys, and that would be a video. I'm trying to use, I had spent a whole bunch of time cutting out these 12 by 12 sheets of cut aparts from P13, and I thought I better use these. I spent all this time cutting them out I loaded them into the Silhouette software and cut them out that way using the pick scan thing. And so I thought I should probably actually use them now that I've cut them out. So I'm basically doing the 14th and the 15th, the 16th and the 17th, and I'm doing them on 2 days to a spread, and I think that's going to be my format for next year. I'm trying to decide what to do about my journaling for next year. I don't know. Life is different now, so it's just different. So anyways, these are our graphics from P13. I don't remember the winter collections of the Cozy Winter, I think is what it's called. But so anyways, I basically laid the pages out on my templates so that I could kind of keep them in some kind of order for how I want them to go on the page. And she's getting thick, you guys. People are always asking me how you work in it flat. Well, you fold the cover back. Here's the two covers right here. And it works flat. Anyways, so that's what we're gonna do today. How is your December daily going? We're getting there, right? I mean, whew. It's been a busy December daily getting all this stuff done. But I've been really enjoying all of your videos on your December dailies. Some of you are so creative in what you're doing, and I just love to see the different ideas on what people are doing for theirs. Next year is, anybody just feel like 2021 demands change? You know, after everything that went down in 2020, it's like, all right, we need to scratch off a new play 10 ticket, kind of thing. And just shake it up and do something very different. I took the Sizzix little mini, I don't know which one it is, Thinlits, I think it's called. Anyways, and cut out December 14th and 15th and glued them down. And, I didn't glue them down. I was smart and used adhesive this time because I'm not always that smart. But yeah, I feel like 2021 is a time to do something new. I don't know, and I don't have the right words to explain my point. There's so many words out there, but I just time to be more, do more, see more, whatever. Do those things you've just been putting off, kind of. Okay, we've sat here all of 2020 waiting for it to be over. It's and the reality is that this is not going to be over in 2021, but how we choose to let it affect us can be over in 2021. And but unfortunately, until the masses change, the rest of us are kind of stuck. But hey, there's a miracle cure out now, so we're all saved. And yeah, you can have mine. Y'all, anybody that wants it, because no thanks. But I don't know. I feel like with Joshua working and me having more time by myself, and we're going to be 5 years out of changing our lives with whole food plant-based, and I just feel like there's a change in the wind. Mary Poppins is coming, and we need to, you know, changes in the wind. Aren't those graphics just pretty? Look, they match my nails. Which is what this is. I bought a new set of gel polish, and I bought a new lamp because my other lamp is finally, like, I don't know how long they're rated, but so I bought a new lamp, and I love gel polish. I don't do regular nail polish anymore, ever again. I'm really, really hard on my nails, and so if nail polish just won't last long enough. First of all, I have the attention span of a gnat, and the idea of waiting for the nail polish to dry, yeah, no. I don't do that well. Ooh, I just squeaked that one in there, didn't I? I don't wait. I don't have patience. And so with gel polish, you put it on, stick it in the lamp, and poof, it's dry. 30 to 60 seconds, and you're done. And so that's my idea of waiting. It takes a while to get it off, but I just put on YouTube videos and sit there, and then it's done. But it lasts. I can get 2 weeks, easily 2 weeks out of, if I don't dinker with them. I have a bad habit of, at night when I'm reading my books, dinkering with my nails for some stupid reason. And once I catch an edge or something, then they all come off, and it's so bad. Don't take them off that way. It's really bad. But anyways, so, and yeah, and it's so inexpensive now. It used to be really expensive to do gel polish, and now it's not. I think this set was like $25, and you get 20 colors with a top coat, base coat, and a matte coat. I don't use the matte coat very often. I don't think it looks, when my nails are longer, I use the matte coat, but when they're short like this, I don't like the matte coat. But that's the only girly thing I have going for me, to be honest. I like to have, if I was willing to spend the money on frivolous, having my nails done would be something I would go in and have done. But I'm cheap. So I don't do it. But that's what I would. It's one of those, if you were rich, what would you? Things. And that would be it. I'd have acrylics. I really like the acrylics, but they're a lot of work. All right. Boy, my little video on Instagram took off, showing this thing. I guess I need to do more videos. It was popular. I'm so out of touch with social media. I'm trying to be better, but honestly, it's like a job. But I have more time on my hands because, I'll be honest, Facebook's new changes completely screwed up the pages. And I lost my notes section, and now the albums are not working on my Living Whole Food Plant-Based page. And I don't know if I've got it in me to rebuild it. Dale and I were talking about it this morning, and I don't know if I have it in me to rebuild what Facebook just turned off, you know. And I thought I'd be able to replace the stuff I had in the notes section, you know, all of the information that I'd collected over the last 5 years, and make posts out of it and put them in albums. And so that would work. Okay, it's a lot of work, but I could still go do it. And so I went to do that, and now the albums are not working right, and I just don't think I have it in me to futz with it anymore. And so I don't know where that's gonna go. Speaking of futzing, that's probably a dirty word in German or something. Sorry if it is. But so I'm a little burned out on that, and I don't make any money off of it. I don't charge anybody anything off of it, and so there's not the drive that other people have with their pages that are having, I mean, I'm not the only one going through this. All the business pages are that way. And Facebook has really started pushing that we sell. And I don't charge for anything. And so all of their changes, I don't get their changes anyways, but I don't want to charge people for what I have on my page. And so, yeah. So I'm a little frustrated with that, and I don't know. We were talking about not having any bad stuff going on in our life, and we really don't, so I struggle.
It's 10:15.
It's 10:15. I mean, this sounds like a lot of drama, but my give-a-care is really low on it. You know, I'm just going to be upset if all of my stuff disappears simply because I use the page for, like, my recipe book, if you will. And so I'm going to be really miffed if I have to start searching all that stuff out. But, anyways, let's see what we got here. I got new nail polish. I'm coffee dyeing paper. I'm going to do a separate video on this journal because I have a lot to share on it. And I'm not sure, maybe you guys can help me with what to call it. It's going to be an art journal. Yes, because the whole point of the journal, well, I'll talk about it later, but I need an idea of what to call it, because it's going to be art, but it's going to be based around prompts of stuff for me to answer, you know, like questions for me to answer. So, like, where did you go to high school? And then that would be a page. But then I want to use my watercolors and my pencils and all that stuff. So I'm not sure what to call it, because in my mind, an art journal is art, not journaling. Makes sense? But so that's what those pictures are. These pictures are showing that in May of this year, I bought a Meyer lemon at the grocery store, and we saved the seeds and planted them, and I still have 3 of them that survived. I have a great big one that's a couple feet tall, or about 1.5 feet tall now. I'm going to be real upset, though, if that turns out to be a full-size Meyer lemon tree and not a dwarf. I'm not sure I have 10 feet of grow space in my house. And then this is just the fresh herbs that I have herbs all over my house. And I mean, they're humongous. Like, it takes 2 people to lift half of them because they're so big. They grow really easy. But we made portobello pot roast, potato salad, and chili with some of our winter squash. And so that's what that's about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go journal on this page so that I have it done, and then I'll post my photos. And then in this same video, I'm going to come back and finish the 16th and the 17th. So I will be right back. Be thinking of a name for me. And hey, there might be a prize in it. Maybe I'll do that because I have a lot of extra pages. Ooh. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so journaling done, pictures taken, all the hoopla. I really got to get my, okay, I'm making a note. Fix my stool. Oh yeah, next day. Okay, so I was going to use, oh well, I forgot. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need it. So, okay, where are we? So that was that one. And somewhere I've got, not in there. Hi. That doesn't go in there. Where did my envelopes go? Okay, that's weird. I had envelopes for, oh, wait. I've been keeping my die cuts in these stamp holder things, and so I don't want to lose them. All right. Anyways, I have these laid out too. So it's going to look something like this on this side. And they're going to be very similar because I'm just trying to get these done. And then this. Move over, Rover. Oh gosh, that just made me think of elementary school. Plummer Elementary School in Libby, Montana. We used to go out on the big field out in the back. First of all, you could hide in the trees in the back, and we had little forts and all that kind of stuff. They don't let you do that anymore, I'm sure. But they had this big field, and I remember us playing that game. Grover, Red Rover, send Grover right over, or whatever. I don't remember what the saying was, but I can't be the only one that remembers that. What's that? What is this? What is the quote? Or what is the saying? So on and so on, send so on right over. And then you had to, you got called, so you had to, I don't remember how it even played, but that just made me think of that. Random. I should have had these out first, but oh well. But yeah, see, I put sticker paper on the back because these are teeny tiny. But yeah, that's where I went to elementary school. And in third grade, I wrote a story about a Christmas mouse. And I got picked out of all the kids to read it on the radio. Pretty good, eh? All right, hold on. I can't talk in place. But yeah, that was, let's see. I don't remember what the next school was called that we moved up to. But yeah, we lived in, let's see, where all have we lived? I don't think I lived in Greenfield, but my grandparents lived in Greenfield and we visited. That's in California. And then we lived in Denver and we lived in Libby. Oh, Wairika was first to my brains because that's the first house. And then we moved to Denver. Sean Cassidy. Yeah, that was the age of Sean Cassidy. I even had the t-shirt, the whole ball of wax. And, such a crush. And where were we after that? Then we moved to Libby. And then we moved here, well, out to Warden. That was a bad move for all of us. But it happened. And then we've been stuck here. But then I moved to I went to college, and then I moved to California, and then I stupidly moved home for a boy.
It's 10:30.
Pretty much. That, and I missed Montana. But the boy didn't work out, but I'm still stuck here. I love Montana, I just don't like where I live. But I'm old and I'm stuck in my ways, and I don't have a house payment anymore, so I don't want to buy a new house. And yeah, but if Joshua moves away, we're going to. That's my 2 cents on it. That will be the shove I need to pick up and go. But I'd say probably my favorite place that I've lived was Libby. We loved it there. The whole family loved it there. And then Dad's job changed. There's rumors to why, but I don't care. Whatever. We ended up in Warden. There's a wonder place to live. Who knows? Maybe I'll retire in Scotland. Oh, God, I'd love that. Scotland, Ireland, somewhere in the UK. I used to want to move to Australia, but then I got hooked on Time Team. Now, all I want to do is be rich and spend a year following along all the places that the Time Team crew dug for ancient stuff. I mean, they have 5,000 years old people were living in houses. What? That is not how we are taught here in America. We are taught that there were cavemen living in the rocks. I was stunned. I mean, I had no concept. Time Team was like Education 101 on truth. I could not believe how much history there was. And I am obsessed with it. Obsessed with it. And so if I had a dream retirement place, it would be anywhere in the UK. Anywhere. I have an affinity for Scotland. I would like to move to Scotland. But just because I think it's the most beautiful place in the world. I like the people that I've know or seen. I like I'm sure it's the same everywhere, but I like the land. I like the history. I like being able to, you would be able to visit all of the places in Europe and stuff. And I just, don't think about it. It's depressing. But yeah, so, that would be my dream, is to move across the pond with my crappy ass American accent. But I love Time Team. I know I can word for word all of the things from that show. I love it. I've seen it 1,000 times. At least 1,000 times. I have watched it. American history is just, it's not old enough for me. It's just not old enough. And though I'm fascinated about our history, frankly, a lot of it's just greed, and I don't know, that, you know, we conquered for money and land, and I guess, which is the American way and all that. But it just, what I mean is that our history is just not old. And so I'm not interested in the 1800s or 1700s kind of history. It's not old enough. And but I'm obsessed with the Stone Age, and what I always thought the Stone Age was like, you know, dinosaurs. We're so uneducated over here, God. And, you know, all this stuff, but they're like living in roundhouses, and they have tools, and the Bronze Age and the Stone Age was not stone, really. And all of these things. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so fascinating. And then you have the American history, which is, hey, we industrialized the world, and we started the one percenters back in the industrial age, you know. Good for us. We had castles in America because that's how much money they were making back there. And people are shocked that there's rich people now. Duh, that's our history. But anyways, I'm utterly fascinated by European history, which is in turn our history. I mean, now it's worldwide history, but because we're everywhere. But I just can't even imagine a civilization 5,000 years old with all of the advancements that they were using back then, you know. And the whole thing just fascinates me. Roman history in Britain fascinates me. The fact that for generations they had plumbing and underfloor heating, and then the Roman Empire collapsed, everybody left ish, and the Anglo-Saxon time came in, and all of a sudden they're back to living in huts with no plumbing and no heating. It's like, what happened to all that knowledge? That's just fascinating to me. But anyways, can you tell when I am excited about something? In my second life, I am going to be an archaeologist. I would just, oh my God, that would be, not in America though. I don't want to dig dinosaur bones. I get it. There was old reptiles and stuff. So I don't want to dig. Montana is dinosaur land. We have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dinosaurs here. Fun fact, Montana used to be underwater. Most of it used to be underwater, and we were in the ocean, which is kind of cool to think, considering we're considered mountains now. But yeah, we used to be underwater. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm fascinated with all that kind of history and stuff, and so in my next life, I'm going to be an archaeologist. I don't think you can even go to school for it here in America. They have all entire educational systems in the UK, I guess, for that. Not jealous at all. Yeah. It's like the Saxon gold. Oh. The gold doesn't awe-inspire me. It's the fact that they could do that kind of metalworking way back then. And if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, then you're not going to have any clue. But I recommend you look up Time Team. There's 220 episodes, I think. And so start with number 1. And you are welcome, because it's so much fun. But, well, that was random, wasn't it? See, I can just chatter on about nothing. Joshua had to work today. He had to work last night, and then he had to work this morning at 7 o'clock. Ugh, what a horrible shift, right? Poor thing. I hated that shift. I think his seasonal work is just about up, and so we're in the process of figuring out how to get him on there permanently. So I hope that works out, because he really likes working there. I really like him working there, and so I don't know what to do about that. So we're gonna have to figure out who to talk to, and I think he can just go into HR and say, hey, can you consider me for whatever? I don't know. Target does a lot of stuff online, so it's kind of covering up most of that bottom picture. Oh, well. Oh, well, Z. It's, the idea is still there, right? Let go. Let go my ego. Or do I want it in front? That one didn't cut very good. That's okay. It's closer than it would have been. But yeah, so that's going on. And I think if he doesn't get on there permanently, then we're going to just hold out until spring of worrying about the next one. Because winter's going to show up eventually, and I really don't want to drive in it. So, all right, there's that one. I don't know where that came from, so. But yeah, so that's how that's going, and he put almost all of his money into a savings so far. So the first paycheck was really hard. He was like, okay, not really seeing the excitement in saving money, which, you know, what kid does. But when the second paycheck, we have goals. There's goals he's reaching. The first goal was $500. The second goal was $1,000. The third goal is $1,500. You know, then it goes on from there. And so the first goal was, he met the first goal, the first paycheck, because he's putting 75% of his check into a savings. So, but it was like really hard because his first paycheck went mostly into the savings. And I said, well, your first paycheck could have gone mostly into your rent. So after that, it was a little easier. But then the second one showed up, and he was like, and you know, you try to teach them about saving money and all that kind of stuff, but until they have money to work with to actually make it seem real, they don't get it. And all of a sudden the light bulb went on, and he was like, I hit my second goal. And I'm like, yes, you did. That's what I wish I had done when I was your age. I wish I'd had that advice when I was your age. I got the advice of, you need to save money. Thanks. That's helpful. Because we all know how to do that, right? You're born with it. And the running joke of us being broke for so many years is my dad's a financial advisor. He was. That was his retirement job, if you will. Huh. He's probably good with other people, just not his own kids. But anyways, oh, I don't like that. Maybe back here. Anyways, that light bulb went on for me in 2008. And I started saving in 2008, and here we are. Debt-free, mortgage-free, on a single income, middle class. It can be done. You can say it can't, but that's because you're not doing it. There's no magic. You just got to put one foot in front of the other until it's saved. But anyway, so he's pretty excited about it. And that's like getting a permanent job and stuff. We started with the seasonal job because I was having a hard time coming up with a reason why he needed to get a job, because he doesn't have a place to live. He's doing schooling online. So, and there's not a girlfriend at the moment or anything like that. So it was like, why? And so now he's got purpose. And so, see my method to my madness on that? Go me. I don't know, I wasn't sure. Where is I have this big poinsettia that I'm thinking about doing there, and then doing the other half up here, just because I don't like white space. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But, so yeah, so now he's like, now there's, oh, so that's why I'm working. Light bulb goes off, you know, and you're like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, see, I think just like that. So now we're a little more motivated. That, and he's like a quarter of the way to...
It's 10:45.
It's 10:45. To paying for his new gaming computer and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't know. We don't do anything the normal way, so judge away. That's what you'll do anyways. No, we don't. We don't do it. But hey, I'm out of debt. My family's happy, and the way I look at it is that don't judge till you can walk in my shoes. And hey, how's your bills looking in your family? So I don't know if I want to even bother. It's like weird little leaf up there. And maybe one down here just because. Oh, what the heck? Let's do it, right? But yeah, I get a lot of attitude about it. Well, he should be ABC. Or you should be ABC. And I'm like, I have no health issues. I have no debt. I have a happy son. I have a happy husband. I have happy cats. I don't need to, I should be anything. You can tell it bugs me, can't you? I try to say it doesn't bug me, but it does, because it's like, oh, you're happy and you're doing well? Must be nice. And I'm always like, yeah, it is, thanks. You could be too, but you hang on to that, whatever it is. But they act like we did some magic, and the thing is that it's really easy to save money. You put the money someplace and you don't spend it. That's how you save money. There's no magic. You just do it. It's really easy to change how your weight and your health. You stop eating the shit that was making you fat and sick, and you start eating the shit that makes you healthy and skinny. Wow, miracle. But I think that's what else happened in 2021 is the fact, or 2020. See, I'm already moved on. Is the fact that our family wasn't suffering enough. We weren't. You aren't sympathetic enough. You aren't suffering enough. And nope, I guess we're not. All right, so I was going to put some of these word stickers on here, but I'm not going to. That's the way I feel about that. So what were these pages about? I put up new lights, which I covered up with the sticker, but you can still kind of see them. And I figured out how to hang the lights from my ceiling. And so I took a picture of that. This is some of the food that we've been eating. Minestrone soup, pastaless minestrone soup with crusty bread. Not because I am against pasta, but because I didn't have any room left in the pot. It was so full of vegetables. Because here comes noodles. We also had a soba noodle salad with a sesame ginger dressing, which is to die for. We made huevos rancheros, which out of tofu, which once I learned how to bake tofu scramble, game changer. Oh my gosh, so good. So good. And if I remember, I'll put links to these recipes. I think Facebook will still let me go to the direct pages. If you want any of these recipes. And then today, when Josh gets off work, we're having carrot dogs. And I know y'all are like, ew. It is the best thing ever. And if you are having a craving for the old hot dog, the everyday hot dog, it's scary how much they're like the old hot dogs. But they are delicious. And if you haven't tried them, shut up until you've tried them. You have the right to complain after you've tried them. But until then, don't judge. They're really good. I mean, they are really good. You put them on a bun with with relish and onions and mustard and ketchup, and it's just really good. It's what the guys asked for their special meal. Does that say anything? But don't worry, junk food's coming. We're having sticky buns and no clam chowder, and yeah, junk is coming. This one's just showing that all my baby plants are growing. I have got peas growing, lettuce growing, tatsoi growing, pak choi growing, napa cabbage growing, cucumbers, okra. That's just all the babies. I'm sure there's other stuff I can't remember. And then I bought another journal to go in that art journal that I showed yesterday, this one, because I wanted the white paper out of it. And it's a shitty journal. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. The cover is crap, but I didn't buy it for the cover. I promptly cut it apart and took all the paper out of it. And the paper's really thin too, so I still don't recommend it as a journal page or journal book, but I like the book, so I took it apart, and yeah. So I'm gonna go do my journaling. Thank you for listening for an hour's worth of my rambling. I hope you got some stuff done while I was yammering about my life. If you guys ever have questions, comments, that kind of stuff, let me know. I will leave them. I will answer them when I catch up on my comments, because apparently I suck at that. I don't know why it's so difficult. Whatever. But the next video is going to be on my art/journal thing. And maybe you guys can help me come up with a name. I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm off to work on carrot dogs because it's just about time to pick Josh up. Later! Bye!